We are now on air. Time for a total takeover.
It's finally here. Welcome to a new episode.
It's about to go down.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. TGIF. God bless. Yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. Soulful Conservative, the DA, and the prosecutor. First and foremost, giving honor to God and to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to see another day. I am thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful. And I am grateful. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel right at this moment. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. And I'm going to start off with this topic and end this particular, I guess, situation that's going on with some individuals of mine here on Facebook. A couple of posts I put on last night. Let me just fix this camera for just a second. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that. Adjust it. There we go. A little bit better. With this whole Trump Mika controversy. And it was not my intent to get people riled up, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't. I was just giving you my opinion, and I stand by my opinion. And for what it's worth, my opinion don't mean shit. So take it for what it is. I just feel, ladies and gentlemen, and as I stated in a couple of those posts, and I put a video response to one of those posts, I just think Trump needs to worry about bigger and better things than clapping back at Mika Brzezinski. Really? Mika Brzezinski? You're going to take time out of your day to sit in front of your computer or your tablet or your phone and clap back at Mika Brzezinski? Now, here's the thing. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know the history of this this spat or this feud or this disagreement and whatever you want to call it. I don't know who clapped at each other first. But Trump, please, you are now the president of the United States. You don't need to be clapping back. And personally, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I thought it should have been ended. Finito, line should have been drawn for Trump. That was a personal attack on that woman. Whether you like her, whether you hate her, whether you can't stand her. That was a personal attack. Bringing out her situation with her surgery and what was going on with her. Trump, my man, just leave it alone. Worry about trying to get rid of the deep state that's going on within your government. Worry about infiltrating the intelligence community and get rid of those Obama operatives. Worry about governing and making America great again. Just leave it at that. That's my opinion. And as I stated, I have no issue with him clapping back at the lamestream media when it comes to, defending himself in regards to fake news and things of that nature. But when you come back and clap back at somebody personally like that, that's where I draw the line. And I'm done talking about this topic. Done. Let's go ahead and move on to Kate's Law. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Kate's Law was passed in the House yesterday. 24 Democrats voted for it, which was surprising. 24 Democrats. So I got to give kudos to those Democrats that voted for Kate's Law. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Senate on the horizon to vote on it. And let's see what happens. We have a GOP-controlled Senate. Let's see what happens. Because, first of all, the fact that 167 Democrats voted against this bill, that's right, 167 individuals voted against a law clamping down on sanctuary cities. Well, we know why, ladies and gentlemen. We know why these Democrats voted against it. It is beyond comprehension. It is beyond any type of reasoning in the mind where a bill in and of itself is trying to protect, that's right, protect legal American citizens walking around our country who just want to be safe from illegal alien criminals. It's as simple as that. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's not that to the point where, do we really have to think about why we need to pass this bill? Well, we know, and there's a myriad of reasons and factors behind these 167 Democrats not voting to pass Kate's law. You have the whole illegal immigration, undocumented, whining and crying, and we can't break up families, blah, 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 bullshit. No, it is about continuing to maintain and build up that voter base that the Democrats so dearly crave, even though, ladies and gentlemen, with the base that they have, cannot seem to get out of their own way and win any election that has been taking place since Trump has been elected. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-0. Now, I'm going to end this topic with this. I'm going to make sure that everyone feels how I feel about Kate's law. I was one of the biggest people out there in support of Kate's law. I made sure that everyone knew about Kate Steinle's story. This beautiful young woman taken, sorry, I got traffic. Taken from her family way too soon for no reason at all. And it never should even come to the point where she even ran into this individual who took her life, this illegal alien criminal, deported 5 times, and criminal records and things of that nature. Never should have been in this country to begin with. And that's where we as Americans need to make sure our voices are heard. Need to call your senators and say, if you don't vote for this bill, then all kinds of hell is going to break loose and it's going to come down on you. There is no reason why this bill should not be on Trump's desk within the week. There should be no reason. Because damn for sure ain't no GOP healthcare bill that's coming up on the floor of the Senate. So make it a priority, marble mouth Mitch McConnell, to make sure that Kate's law is brought to the floor of the Senate this week. Well, it's Friday, can't happen this week. They're off next week. So whenever they return from the 4th of July, that should be the first item on the agenda, because you know damn well that healthcare bill is nowhere going to be found in regards to having the wherewithal of being talked about, bantered, argued, passionately favored, if you want to call it, on the Senate floor. So let's make that happen, Senate. Let's make that happen. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Susan Rice. That's right. Susan going on TV, all of the talk shows, the Sunday talk shows, back when Benghazi went down, telling everybody it was the video's fault. It was everybody else's fault, except for her boss and the boss's underling, Hillary Clinton, and everyone else that was involved, anyone else that may have had a decision in regards to not, ladies and gentlemen, not bringing aid to those fighting for their lives in Benghazi. This woman unmasked, that's right, unmasked American citizens, just like Obama did. She couldn't do it without Obama's approval. So let's look at it from this standpoint. And I just saw a story, side tangent here. There was a Senate hearing where Lindsey Graham's Nasty was really upset that Chucky Schumer used this rare clause to shut down, ladies and gentlemen, a hearing, or should I say, an investigation into Obama's unmasking of American citizens while he was president. So, let's bring it back full circle to Susan Rice, who was going to testify in regards to her activities of unmasking American citizens. I know a lot of individuals, and I'm in the same court. And to quote CNN's Van Jones, this is going to be nothing but a nothing burger in regards to this testimony. Another dog and pony show. But, ladies and gentlemen, she's probably going to plead the fifth. We know this. Or to a certain extent, she's going to say she can't answer any questions. But this will be a point of record to point to, another data point for us on the right to point out to anyone to say, here is another situation, ladies and gentlemen. The liberal leftist numbnut Democrats in this country, especially those who were dispersed amongst our federal government, doing anything and everything to, I guess, totally eliminate your civil rights. And I have a hope, ladies and gentlemen, a very slim sliver of a hope that she may slip up and say something that may incriminate herself, because this was a crime, ladies and gentlemen. This was a crime. I don't know all the ins and outs of the illegality, but this was a crime. And what this particular person, Susan Rice, did in regards to unmasking American citizens. Person said on, I believe, the Hannity radio show as I was driving home last night, he asked a question in regards to that executive order or executive action that Obama put in place right before he left office to allow all these intelligence agencies more leeway to talk to each other. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why we're having and have had all of these leaks. Trump needs to undo that executive order / action and clamp down and plug up the sieve in regards to the intelligence community leaking information that should not be leaked. So we'll see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how this Susan Rice testimony goes. Like I said, to quote Van Jones, it'll be a nothing burger, a dog and pony show, but Lord have mercy. Hopefully she will slip up and say something that will eventually incriminate her. Because all these individuals who we know have committed crimes have not seen one day in a prison cell for the illegality and illegal actions that they have perpetrated. And for us outside looking in, that is beyond frustrating. Because you know damn well, if any one of us, normal, average, walking around American citizen, did even a tenth of what these individuals have done, we'd be in an orange jumpsuit, possibly in Alcatraz, getting ready to possibly be shot up, blindfolded, waterboarded, whatever. You know where I'm going with this. We wouldn't see the light of day for the rest of our lives. But yet, when you're part of the deep state, when you're part of this growing infestation of above the law individuals, this above the law mentality, this above the law community, if you want to call it, where even if they do something wrong, if you're part of the right circle, if you have the right backing, then you will not see 5 minutes in a jail cell. And as I said, it's frustrating to me. I know it's frustrating to you. But at least these particular incidents and these particular goings on are documented. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you go about your day today, it is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. God bless you and yours. But keep in mind that life is short. I want to send my condolences to the Scott family, Linda, Marilyn, and all the children and grandchildren. Larry Scott, 59 years old, taken from us too soon. Until next time, God bless you and yours. May keep you and your family safe. God bless. Peace.
This poem is for the woman I love. I knew not what love was till you awoke within my heart. We are now together forever, never shall we part. I will track where you are, I'll decide whom you see. Remember, sweetheart, you belong only to me. So do what I say and don't do anything dumb, or I may have to hit you until you are numb. If you tell another soul, well, that will just make me mad. 'Cause I tolerate you, and for that you should be glad. There's one more feeling I must express to you, honey. Don't ever, ever let me catch you touching my money.
Some relationships are not as they appear. That's because domestic abuse is often hidden. Join the Women's Center and Shelter in the effort to end abuse early on and help us provide emergency sanctuary to those who most need your protection. To donate, visit the Women's Center and Shelter at wcscanhelp.org.
President Trump's travel ban is now in effect. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and it's been a lot calmer than the chaos and confusion in January.
Business as usual here at Terminal 4 at JFK. I can show you right now things looking like regular business, nothing out of the ordinary. Not seeing the protests that we did see here back earlier in the year when this first version of this executive order took effect. But a small team of attorneys organized here by the New York Immigration Coalition were standing by last night as this travel ban took effect.
That's Liz Dolan with Fox 5 TV a short time ago. The ban keeps people from traveling here from 6 predominantly Muslim countries deemed terrorists unless they have business here or ties to a school or close relatives, just expanded to include fiancés. But Hawaii has filed suit challenging restrictions on other relatives like grandparents. A San Antonio police officer is in grave condition, not expected to recover after he was shot in the head last night. 2 suspects opened fire on 2 officers.
One officer went down by the driver's door, the one who was shot in the head. The other officer pulled him from the line of fire to the front of the vehicle and then returned fire himself after being shot in the chin.
San Antonio Police Chief William McManus said 2nd officer's in serious condition. 1 suspect was killed in the shootout, the other arrested. Days after the U.S. warned Syria about using chemical weapons again, confirmation an attack in April did involve nerve gas. Fox's Alistair Wanklin live in our European bureau.
That's right. The International Chemical Weapons Agency saying sarin nerve gas was used on a Syrian town in April. More than 90 people died, including children. The U.S. responded with a barrage of cruise missiles on a Syrian airbase. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical chemical weapons, stopping short of apportioning blame. But the U.S. State Department saying the finding reflects the, quote, despicable record of the Assad regime in using chemical weapons. And Britain today urging nations to hold to account those behind the atrocity. Dave?
This is Fox News. Fair and balanced. A crackdown on illegal immigrants who are criminals has been a top priority for President Trump.
I'm calling on all lawmakers to put the safety of American families first.
And House Republicans did that yesterday.
Securing America.
Before a pair of votes on illegal immigration enforcement bills in the House, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly made a final plea here.
President Trump has been clear that our borders are not open to illegal immigration, that we are a nation of laws.
One measure targets funding for so-called sanctuary cities. The other bill, Kate's Law, named for Kate Steinle, a San Francisco woman killed by an immigrant deported before, would stiffen penalties for repeat immigration offenders. Neither measure won much support from Democrats who argue they undermine trust with local law enforcement. On Capitol Hill, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A Nevada man who's been in prison for more than 20 years will be freed today. He had insisted for more than 20 years. He didn't kill a fast food restaurant manager in Las Vegas, but he got life in prison in 1995. Now he's been set free. It will be today because another man who's in jail in California has confessed to the crime. Let this be a lesson to you. Next time you try to buy tickets online that look like an amazing deal.
A woman from Tampa responded to a Craigslist ad posted back on June 18th by a man near Daytona Beach. He was willing to sell 13 tickets to Walt Disney World. The woman met up with Brandon Bullerin and paid $1,000 for the 13 tickets. That's at least a few $100s off the ticket window prices. But then the woman and her family tried entering the park only to learn the tickets were no good. That's when she called police. Bullerin is now in jail for fraud and is being held on more than $10,000 bond. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures up a little bit the day after a sell-off when the Dow dropped 167 points. Markets are mixed and trading overseas. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio. Stock futures up a little bit the day after a sell-off when the Dow dropped 167 points. Markets are mixed and trading overseas. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind.
I brought this mentality, bringing you the best music. You won't refuse it. I entered the stage, confidence maximized. No divorces with me, not the dark side. Pay attention to further this convention, giving out education to the nation. You built this sensation before it erupted. Fell into form like a symphony conducted, like a scene reconstructed. You need direction, and now you're reaching for protection. You need to recognize melodic is a safe haven, but if you test me, you better bring an army. Verbal warfare and combat, dispersing, conversing with my generals, my minerals. Cultivate this landscape I call hip hop. On and on, break a dawn, non stop.
Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind.
Always brought the best for any test I'm taking. You need to settle yourself and stop debating who will end up the best in this contest. You need to lay your head down and take a rest. My music will soothe every ache and every pain, eliminate the strain that's pounding on your brain. Just let your soul take control, lead you to the path of everlasting, relaxing, verbal satisfaction. Punk stories to friction, I doubt that's lingering. Think before considering taking any action. May lead to severe repercussions. Let's end this discussion on a higher note. My vibes will bring the proper poetics like lyrical kinetics. Best to summarize when the story is done. Find a verse almost here, and me can get into gear.
Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind. Let the music take your mind.
Thinking of ways parlay my message, demonstrating and not debating the present day, modern day rap state. Its fate is in the hands of the one that go melodic. Let's get to the topic of conversation and leave it in the clutches of the abstract organization. I'm putting in overtime because my rhymes will take the load off your back. I must resign to the fact that no competition will arise. Motivation must come from beating up the drum. Instrumentals composed, then my lyrics will take form to break the norm. Readily accessible to uplift and give the gift, a spiritual healing, revealing the right combination for life preservation. So let my music take